Hi guys and gals, today we're gonna talk about tire flip. This exercise is really good. It's a compound movement, meaning you're using a lot of muscle in your entire body, but there are precautions that you should keep in mind like all the other compound movements, because you need to consider a lot of factors like flexibility, your strength, your posture, specifically the lower back, how you position yourself, the speed that you're having, because you need to be a little bit explosive with this, because it's gonna be a little bit heavier on your entire body compared to, for example, like a, I don't know, bicep curl or something like that. So you need to be a lot more focused on your entire body, and it's really easy to get hurt on these exercises, and also you do not have that much flexibility to change, I don't know, a pin or something to make it adaptable to your own anatomical structure. So there are a lot of factors, and there can be circumstances that the tire flip exercise is just not good for you. Now, that could be because you don't have the flexibility in place, or the tire that you have is really heavy, or the tire that you have found is, I don't know, really tall and you cannot bring it all the way up, and etc, etc. But we're gonna cover almost everything today. So first of all, this exercise is mostly for building strength. This really burns a lot of calories because, as mentioned, your entire body is active. The first thing that you should do before this exercise is check your flexibility. So for you to check the flexibility, it's just pretty much simple. You should be able to come down more than 90 degrees from the knee and keep arch in the back. So if you cannot keep an arch in your back, in your lower back, and you're just like this exercise is not good for you. I've gone through a lot of details about the lower back and the positioning of your body in videos that I have about squats and deadlifts. I'm not gonna cover them again, but I'm gonna mention them with the link here if you're watching from my YouTube channel, so you're gonna learn a lot more. Just in simple terms, as mentioned, you must be able to come down past 90 degrees. So if this is around 90 degrees, you should be able to come lower without going to a posterior tilt. So keep that in mind. And I like to start this exercise not when the tire is down, but when it's up. So this is a test for you to see whether you can handle the tire flip exercise or not. First of all, of course, you've got to check the weight. You've got to see that how heavy it is, and all of us normally know that if something is really heavy or not, but try to go with a lighter weight. And for you to understand whether you can handle a weight or not, if you only have one tire in your gym, you should be able to at least squat the same number of weight that you see on the tire for at least 3 or 4 reps. So if it's really heavy that you cannot squat that weight for at least 3 or 4 reps, probably it's not a good weight, it's a little bit heavy. And if it's really low as well, it's not gonna be that much beneficial. So there is a fine line that you can find. So without further ado, instead of, as mentioned, starting down, we'll start when the tire is all the way up. So this is gonna make us understand whether we can handle it or not, and it's gonna be safer. So instead of flipping it up, we bring it back, easily control it, down, 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 down. We're just seeing whether we can handle it. So you should be able to handle it in the manner that I just told you. If it's really heavy, just come back, let it drop. It's not the weight that you should lift, because bringing it down is a lot easier than bringing it up. If you cannot control it to the way down for at least 5 seconds, this weight is not probably good for you. But if you did this part and you didn't have any pain, discomfort, or tightness in your body, you're probably alright. The most important thing that you should consider, first, as mentioned, the lower back. Second is gonna be the tightness in your leg muscle. So whether you've got any tightness inside your thigh or on the back of your thigh is gonna be really important, because when you're going down or when you're coming up, the body is under a lot of pressure, and the majority of that pressure is on your legs, and if your feet positioning is not good, it's gonna be really uncomfortable, and that by itself can cause the first issue that we talked about. So make sure you choose a feet positioning that you're comfortable with. So the feet positioning should make you able to come down comfortably. So if you have tightness inside your thigh, do not go too much wide, bring it narrow, and vice versa. If you've got tightness in the back of your thigh or in your hamstring, go a little bit wider, point the toes out, and it's gonna make you come down easier. But if both of these are pretty much tight, it's probably not a good idea for you to start doing this exercise, and you better start with other exercises, or just make sure that the tire that you're using has some handles on the side, so you don't need to go all the way down. You can come a little bit higher, so you don't need to come down too much. And also, another thing that you should consider, the pressure on the bicep. A lot of people get injured with this exercise in their bicep as well. The reason is you're bending the elbow and you're holding something that's pretty much heavy, and especially when you're up and coming down, all that weight is just speeding up, and if you want to just try to hold it with as much force as you want, it can rupture the tendon, so that can cause injury. So make sure that the bicep is also strong, and if you felt any problem or any pain or any tightness in the bicep, make sure you leave it fast, and you don't need to bend the elbow too much as well. Just bring it a little bit lower, it's gonna be safer. Do not bend the neck too much as well. I see a lot of people bending the neck too much back, and that can cause problems. They think that it's gonna hit their chin. It's not gonna hit your chin, believe me, it's just gonna come up. Also, do not try to angle your body from the beginning. Although you can get some momentum by bringing yourself back and trying to push forward instead of bringing it up, but that's not for the beginning. You need to bring it up a little bit first and then try to push it forward. So now I'm gonna cover all the things that I said here by doing the exercise. So this is where I'm flexible. Again, you might need to come in or out more. Again, not back, here, chest back, and again I come back,